What's good, everybody? I couldn't wait for this show. Oh man, I could not wait for this show here. But you know what? Let me stick to the script. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Day of the Sun. Welcome to Smoke and Mirrors. I'm Poppy Montega. And shall we begin? I don't want to waste no time. All right, so I just asked y'all if you have any questions, could you just hold the questions until the end? It's an interactive show, but if you have any questions, just hold it to the end because I just might answer your question before we get to the end. All righty. So, first and foremost, keep in mind this show is for entertainment purposes only. This is my story. Doesn't have to be your story unless you choose to adopt it. Tonight, some people will be offended. Tonight, I'm going to show why I'm the black sheep of my family. Tonight, some people will be enlightened. But I just ask that you keep a clear head, an open mind, take in the information, and then do what you will. So to start off, sometimes we start off with a couple of vocabulary words that you guys need to know the actual definition of so you can understand exactly what's being said. So starting off, could I get the first word up here? Cult. A religion regarded as unorthodox or spurious. Great devotion to a person, idea, object, movement, or work. The object of such devotion. A usually small group of people characterized by such devotion. A system of religious beliefs and ritual. Also, its body of adherents. You can take that down for me, please. The word cult comes from culture. Now, the reason why I threw that word in there to begin with is on another show, I was referred to as sounding like a cult. Based off of the definition, religion is a cult, isn't it? Can I get the next word up there, please? As you guys can see, this is from the 1828 Webster's Dictionary. These are the original definitions of these words. This word here is virgin, a woman who has had no carnal knowledge of man, a woman not a mother. The sign Virgo, pure, untouched as virgin gold, fresh, new, unused as virgin soil. Could you take that down for me, sir? If you noticed, it did not mention someone who hasn't had sex. Okay? We're going to have church today. Y'all want to have some church? We're going to have church today. Let me see. I got any comments yet? No comments yet? Let me see what we got going on here. Hey, there we go. How y'all doing? We about to go to church. And if y'all wondering, yes, you're seeing a different energy from me today because I'm feeling like myself. You know what I mean? I'm sipping on some big exclusive wine. You know what I mean? And I got my notes and everything up here. Y'all ready to go? Hey, how y'all doing? We about to dive in. So today is Sunday, and for the rest of this show, address me as pastor, okay? And if you feel like, why would I call him pastor? Understand that I am an ordained minister, okay? You didn't know that. You wouldn't know by looking at me, would you? I'm an ordained minister, which means I'm qualified to talk about this, okay? So, let's get it popping. How many of you guys know who translated the Bible? Can I get that first picture up there? Y'all see that? Holy Bible, King James. Take that picture down, please. A lot of people live by this Bible. Allow pastor to tell you today that your church has been lying to you. Okay? See, the reason why I'm not pastoring in a church is because I tell the truth. And they don't want the truth to be told. See, the ones up top, they know the information that I'm about to give on to you guys. But they don't want you to know. Because if you know, then you might wake up and it'll be the end of the fear mongering. Okay. We seen that last thing. It said King James Bible. Well, did you know that King James also wrote this? Can I get the next picture? Oh my God. Did y'all know that? Yep, that's the same King James that wrote the Holy Book or translated the Holy Book. You want to take that down for me, please? Oh yeah, we on one today. We are on one today. All righty. We're going to start off with the birth of Jesus Christ. Okay, because see, the name of this show is called God's Son. And a lot of you have been looking for Jesus. And I'm going to tell you how you will never find him. Because Jesus is not hiding. Okay? Jesus isn't hiding. And you can continue to look, but you won't find him. And you can continue to wait for his great return when he returns every day, if you know what you're looking for. Okay, can I get that next picture up? This right here is the birth of Jesus Christ. Some of you may know it as Christmas. Now, over top, you see a bright star. It's known as the Star of Bethlehem. It's known as the North Star. To the right, you see the three wise men. And if you know the story, the three wise men followed the North Star to the birth of Jesus Christ. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Okay. Now, you guys know this as Christmas, the birth of Jesus Christ. Yes? Yes. Can I get the next picture, please? At the age of 33, your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ was crucified. Now, anyone who knows anything about occult knowledge, spiritual knowledge, or religion, you know that 33 is a major number that's reoccurring. Can I get the next picture, please? What you see here is the tomb of where your so-called Lord and Savior Jesus Christ resurrected from on Easter, Resurrection Sunday. You can take that down, please. Now, how many of you guys celebrate Christmas? Christ's Mass, the Mass of Christ. How many of you guys celebrate that? How many of you celebrate Easter? See, religion is based around rituals and chants. A lot of you don't understand the rituals that you are participating in because you've learned it through religion. Okay? Now, I want to point something out to you. Jesus Christ supposedly was born December the 25th. His birthday is the same day every year, yes? It's funny how his resurrection day stays Sunday, but the date changes every year, yes? Some of y'all never even thought about that. Some of y'all never even thought, like, damn, his birthday, the day changed, but the date don't. But the day that he resurrected, the date changes, but the day doesn't. How is that possible? If it happened on this date, it happened on that date. Okay, we about to dive in. We about to dive in. No, I understand. I'm just putting out the initial programming so we can decode the programming, because I need to make sure everybody understands what's going on here. Okay, now, how many of you are aware of the winter solstice and the spring equinox? Can I get that picture up there, please? Oh, looky here. If you look down at the vernal equinox, which is for spring, it says March 20th. Funny how that is around Easter, right? If you look up at the winter solstice, it says December 21st. Funny how that's around Christmas, right? You want to take that down real quick so I can explain this? Okay. Anybody that is knows anything about astronomy, not astrology, astronomy. If you know anything about astronomy, you will understand that on December the 21st, says the 20th, this between December 20th and December the 22nd, okay? You have the shortest day of the year. And if you was to look at the sun through a telescope, if you would look at the sun through a telescope, the sun is as far away from the earth as it will be on the earth's journey around the sun. And on those particular days, to the naked eye, the sun appears to be dead. What I mean by that is, we see the sun rise and set every day is based on the rotation of the earth. But when we're far, far, far away from it, when we have winter, because we're far away from the sun, we have winter, okay? When that time period happens, the sun appears to lay dormant for 3 days after the 22nd. On December the 25th, you can noticeably see the earth moving closer to the sun. Because remember, we spin around all the way around, we orbit around it. And that's why on December the 25th, the Son of God is born. Okay? Oh, that's a deep one. Remember I told you we're having church today. So you see down right here, it says $ of Mexenware. That's the offering plate. If you would like to raise some offerings, please do so right here. Okay? A Mexenware. Okay? Yeah, we about to get deeper. Can I get the next picture, please? That's Jesus' tomb yet again, where he resurrected after 3 days and 3 nights. Yes. 3 days and 3 nights. Do y'all see what I have underneath there? That's a solar eclipse. Looks very much like that stone moving, don't it? Because that's exactly what it represents. Could you take that picture down, please? Now, Easter, March the 20th, okay? That's the resurrection of Jesus Christ, okay? It's all about the spring equinox, all right? Now, this is what we went off of far before any religion ever existed. We're going to get a lot deeper. I'm just letting y'all know. This is what we went off of before any religion ever existed. And when they decided to colonize us. Oh shit, fly landed on me. When they decided to colonize us under Christianity, that's when they fixed the calendar to the way they like it. Because I touched on this before, right? October is the 10th month, but oct means 8. Exactly. It changes months and yeah, exactly. I'm telling you how come right now. Okay, now, what did I just say? I'm sorry, you threw me off. That's why the questions got to wait to the end, people. The questions got to wait to the end. Easter. How come? All right, you know what? I'm just going to move on. Can I get the next picture, please? Octo. I'm sorry. All right, yeah, don't put the picture up yet. Octo. Octo it means 8. Oct means 8. Octagon has 8 sides, right? But count the month that October is. It's the 10th month. Reason being is because when they came and took all our information, they had forgot 4 months. And the year used to go from March to October. So when they colonized us through religion, they made the beginning of the year start in January. And anybody who studied the original thing, they called them April Fools. Yeah, because spring signifies the beginning of the year, not January 1st. Spring is the beginning of the year. What does winter do? It kills off everything, right? Winter signifies death. So this is how they was able to manipulate and find out who's who. Then they had the burning of the witches and all that stuff, and all this type of knowledge became secret occult knowledge, so they could use it on us. Okay. Next picture, please. This right here is the picture of all of us. It's a sperm cell. Head, mid piece, principal piece, terminal piece. This is what we look like even to this day. Okay? Even till this day, this is what you look like. Okay? Can I get the next picture, please? This right here is a mature version of the sperm cell. Okay? The main vein that you see called here is called the vagus nerve. Okay? Now, remember that number 33? You have 33 vertebrae in your spine. Can you take that picture down, please? It's 33 vertebrae in your spine. Okay? And through your spine, you have a fluid called cerebral spinal fluid. In religion, this is called Christ oil. Okay? This is how Christ lives in us all. At the age of 33, for most people, not everybody, for most people, at the age of 33, you reach a high state of consciousness where you too are reborn, just like Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Let me sip some more of this big exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Pass the collection plate around there, please. Thank you. Thank you. This is how they get us. Everybody doesn't have the mental capacity to understand all this, so they give us fairy tales, they give us stories, they give us religion. It's a way to control. You notice your pastor will say, turn to such and such, such and such. And then before you can read it on your own, he tells you what it means. How many of y'all actually go back and read it afterwards? Not many. Not many. Okay. Now, it's many scriptures in the Bible. And there's a scripture for every situation that you're going through. Why? It's all chants and rituals. There's a reason why a large amount of kids go missing right before Easter. There's a reason why that happens. A lot of kids go missing right before Easter. Did you notice that? Easter is represented by an egg and the color pink. It used to be red. Now it's the color pink. The egg in the color red or pink represents new life. It represents fertility. Okay? So they get us to act on these rituals, and we think we just, hallelujah. Don't even dig what we're chanting towards. You dig what I'm saying? Let's go to, let me see what the next picture is. Don't put it up there yet. I'm just going through my notes. Okay, so in the Bible, Jacob, it's in the Quran too. He named this place Penal. Right outside where Jesus was born. It's called Penal. It was named that by Jacob. Can I get that next picture up? Oh, that is the pineal gland right there. You thought it was just an eye. Go to the next picture, please. You notice how that eye fit directly in the last picture of the brain. That's your pineal gland. That's where you reside at. You see that? That's where you live. The pineal gland. Now, can anybody tell me what the name of that eye is? I'll give y'all some time. Can somebody tell me the proper name of that eye that I just showed you guys? Yes, Lily. That is the eye of Horus. That is the eye of Horus. Yes. Now, can I get the picture of Horus? Horus was one of the oldest gods of ancient Egypt. He was a sky god whose face was visualized as the face of the sun. As a result, his name, Haru, was sometimes translated as face rather than distant one, and was sometimes modified to Harut, sky. Could you take that down, please? Now, let me tell you something about Horus. Horus, too, was born December 25th. Horus, too, was crucified and died for 3 days and 3 nights and then resurrected. Okay, the story of Jesus Christ comes from Horus. But wait, there's more. Okay, so you notice a lot of the stories in every religion sounds the same. That's because it's based off of the same shit. Okay, and they know. We don't. Well, y'all don't. I know. They know. We don't. Okay? And what they tell you is all the things that we should be practicing, they tell you that it's evil. Let's see. Voodoo, evil. Magic, evil. What's it called when you speak things into existence? Or anything other than religion, they say it's evil. But if you yourself read the book, it's a lot of sorcery going on in the Bible, yes? When you go to the altar and you got a problem and they put some olive oil right smack on your head and say a bunch of words, is that not chanting? Is that not using oils? Do they not use crystals? Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, they say it's devil's work because they want us to stay away from it. They want us to stay away from it. Oh, Miss Reynolds, I'm about to tell y'all who God is. I'm about to show y'all. Can I get that next picture up, please? This right here is Washington, D.C. Keep in mind, it is not a state. It is the district, which means they'll abide by different rules than the rest of the country. Now, if you follow the blue line straight down to the middle, that angle is called a right angle. A right angle is created by a 90-degree angle. Now, if you go to the right of that right angle, you see the U.S. Capitol. You go halfway up the middle line, well, about a quarter of the way, you see the White House. Okay? Now, the red that you see, those are streets. And the streets are designed in a pentagram along with the square and compass. Who uses the pentagram and the square and compass? That's right, the Eastern Star and the Masons. Now, if you notice to the left, you have the Lincoln Memorial. Could you take that down, please? Eastern Star. The sun is a star, yes? The sun rises in the east and it sets in the west. The Masonic label has a G in the middle of it. It could stand for God. It could stand for Grand Architect. It's many different meanings. It depends on which level of Masonry you in. They have 33 levels, yes? Remember, I told you that number 33 is very important. They have 33 levels in Masonry. And Masons keep secrets from Masons. So some Masons might not even be aware of some of the stuff that I'm telling you right now, okay? Because they didn't get to that level yet in Masonry. Now, pop that picture up there one more time. I'm sorry, bro. The last picture. Down there to the left, you see it says the Lincoln Memorial. Can you take that down, please? How many of y'all familiar with the Lincoln Memorial? Y'all know what the Lincoln Memorial look like? Y'all know what it look like? There's many names for this Lincoln Memorial. Hold up now, Ms. Reynolds. God is not black woman. Don't take control of my show, baby. Don't do that. I'm going to introduce you to God by the end of this segment. Because understand that there's the human race. Woman and man are one. The only difference is womb man. You're a man with a womb. You dig what I'm saying? That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Because the only thing we're supposed to be doing on this planet is ensuring the survival of our species. That's the only thing we should be doing on this planet, ensuring the survival of our species. But moving on, because nobody answered the question, could you pop up that next picture, please? This is what the Lincoln Memorial looks like, and it's all over the globe. Babylon, New York, London, the Vatican. The Vatican. Can I get the next picture up? I'll get back to that later, Ms. Reynolds, because that's not the topic, but I'll definitely address that. We could definitely dive into that. Okay. Let's read up on these, what do we call them? Obelisk. That's what the Europeans call it. Can I get that writing up there? We're going to read this together. They were built by the ancient Egyptians, though only a few remain in Egypt. The ancient Egyptians placed pairs of obelisks in the entrances of their temples. According to Gordon, the columns were associated with the Egyptian sun god and perhaps represented rays of light. They were often topped with gold or natural gold and silver alloy called electrum. Remember that part. Please remember that part. They were capped, they were topped with gold or a natural gold and silver alloy called electrum in order to catch the first rays of the morning light. Can you take that down? Now, those metals, those precious metals, are also used in what? Antennae. Right? And these obelisks are spread all over the globe. They actually transported one from Egypt to New York, and it was so big that it had to be carried through the streets by like 20 or 30 Clydesdale horses or something like that. Okay. And it's standing up near Central Park somewhere. All right. Now, a lot of us look at it like, oh, what is this big thing? This shaft. It's an antenna. It's an antenna. Okay. Sounds a little weird. Sounds a little hard to believe, right? You're supposed to look at me that way. You're not supposed to believe me. You're supposed to believe them. It's just a work of art. You're supposed to believe that. Okay? Now, let's go a little deeper. Can I put that next picture up, please? Around 250 BC, a Greek philosopher named Eratosthenes used an obelisk to calculate the circumference of the earth. You can take it down. We ain't going to go through all that. They used it to calculate the circumference of the earth. Whoa, we're finding out these things mean something now, aren't we? We are finding out these things mean something, huh? Next picture, please. True obelisks are made of a single piece of stone. True obelisks are conceived by the ancient Egyptians, are monolithic or made from a single piece of stone. The literal translation of monolith, a Greek word, is one stone. On that note, the word obelisk is also Greek derived from obeliskos or sewer. An ancient Egyptian would have called an obelisk a tekhen. The obelisk at the center of Place de la Concorde, for example, excuse me if I said that wrong, is monolithic. It is 3,300 years old and once marked the entrance to the temple of Thebes in Egypt. They were really hard to build. Nobody knows exactly why obelisks were built or even how. Can you take that down? They know. They just don't want you to know. Matter of fact, let's just think back. Approximately 3,300 years ago, right? It was less structures. So these antennas were standing up and standing out, right? And the pyramids was topped with that too, okay? Also, I don't know how much you guys may know about lightning, but lightning strikes 120 times a minute around the globe. Lightning strikes 120 times a minute. And lightning tends to strike tall objects, especially tall objects that's capped with some sort of metal. That's a good conductor for electricity, aka antenna. Now, Miss Reynolds, I'm glad you brought up the Pope, because look at this next picture. Since some of you might not believe me yet, could you post the next picture up, please? This is the Vatican. You see the obelisk over there? And you see the Vatican being struck by lightning. Now, feel free to look it up. They were struck by lightning twice in the same storm. You can take that down. They were struck by lightning 2 times. Back to back. How often does that happen? Unless you're doing something right. Some sort of chant. Huh? some sort of ritual. Exactly. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you something else about lightning. Lightning connects with lightning that comes from the ground. They just realized that. If they slow down lightning, you'll see it arching through the sky and it'll be branching off until an arch comes from the ground and it'll ground out into that. So that's why you hear boom. And then the other boom, boom. That's because it hits the ground and it goes back up. Yeah, they don't teach us this about lightning. Don't believe me? Look it up. Okay? There's something going on here. They know. We don't. We're just going to keep praying and waiting while they keep manipulating our energy through rituals to make things happen. While they keep us in fear of going to hell. You and I are energy. Okay? Energy does not die. Energy moves on to another host. Okay? Yes, religion was created to control man. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people who have become better people through religion. So I don't speak bad on religion, but at the same time, you need to understand what you are doing, because they just tell you what to do and you just go ahead and do it when it's actually deeper than that. Now, earlier I had told you about the Star of Bethlehem and the North Star. Big Exclusive, you think you can put that picture back up there, please? The birth of Jesus, please, if possible. Now, the Star of Bethlehem, aka the North Star, if you look at it through a telescope, it's actually a band of 3 stars. That's why it appears to be the brightest star in the sky to the naked eye. It's 3 stars that are close together, but they're so far away that it appears to be 1 star. So it makes it appear to be the brightest 1 star in the sky. Now, the reason why this star is so important is because the North Star is the closest to the center of our axis that we spin off of on the top. It's not dead smack in the center, but it's the closest to the center. So, being as though everybody doesn't have the mental capacity to understand winter solstice and the sun lining up with the North Star and the planets and the 3 stars, they say the 3 wise men, which is what represents the 3 stars, Polaris A, Polaris AB, and Polaris B. Those are the name of the stars. Feel free to look them up. They create the North Star. Those are the 3 wise men. And on December the 22nd, all the way through the 25th, the planets and stars align in a certain way, which is why Christ was born December 25th. Okay, you can take that down for me, Big Exclusive, please. Now, let's talk about pyramids. Can I get that next picture? Pyramids are all over the globe, not just in Egypt. They're everywhere, even here in America. Next picture, please. Next pyramid. Here is what is believed to be a pyramid peeking through the snow of Antarctica. Now, those of you that don't know, Antarctica wasn't always covered with snow. Okay? Antarctica wasn't always covered with snow. Antarctica used to be jungle land. It got covered with snow after we was hit by a comet, meteor, one of those things. Might have been when iron came here. Because, you know, iron, we can't make iron. Iron came from the skies. They talk about that in the Quran. Iron came from the heavens. Iron came from the sky. Now, this pyramid, they believe to be buried under 8 miles of ice. Can you take that down, Big Exclusive? Now, these pyramids serve the purpose, and they still could serve that purpose if people understood the purpose. Everyone knows but us, people. Everyone knows but us. Can I get the next picture of that pyramid up there? This is a scan of the Egyptian pyramids. Notice those little lines. The little thin lines that's going up to the edges. Those are chambers, right? Light chambers. They're holes, okay? And they go down to these little dark chambers that the elite of back then would go into in pitch black. Now, depending on the time of year, stars line up with those holes at certain times of the year. You know how they say, oh, we got an eclipse coming, or oh, you're going to be able to see this planet this day. It's the same thing, okay? And these stars, they emit energy. So the whole thing behind this was you would go into this dark room and you would lay down and go into a meditative state. And when the stars aligned with that hole, it would directly hit the middle of your forehead and allow you to astral project. You can take it down, bro. Now, a lot of people don't believe that you astral project every day. You just wasn't taught what it was, okay? How many of you have been driving and then your mind goes somewhere else? But your body is on autopilot. You're driving the car, you're making every light, you're stopping, you're making the right turns, you're going where you're going. And then 10 minutes later, you snap out of it like, oh, shit. That was astral projecting. Okay? You, my friend, was astral projecting. Now, if you were conscious of what that is, then you will be able to utilize astral projecting for what it's for. Okay? When you have deja vu, that is because you either astral projected that experience or you dreamt that experience before. You don't remember all your dreams. You only remember some of them, but you dream every night. And when you dream, that is your opportunity to test shit out. Okay? When you dream, that's your opportunity to try out those ideas. And then when you wake up in the rising, you pull that from here, from out there, and you manifest it here. Okay? They understand that that's how this works. So they try to tell the vision. You get what I'm saying? They put the visions in our head and we manifest it by the masses. They understand that this is how this works. Okay? Now, can I get that next pyramid? This is the pyramid that we all are a part of. That's why I find it funny when people say, oh, that's a pyramid scheme. Nigga, everything is a pyramid scheme. Everything is a pyramid scheme. Notice at the top of the pyramid, it's that all-seeing eye, right? We told you what that eye was. The eye of Horus. That's your consciousness. That is how God sees all. Because God is in us all. We are a piece of the Creator. Okay? Notice that when people pass, I said this before, the clock goes backwards. That's why they hallucinate and start calling for people that's no longer here themselves. They start calling for their mama. They start calling for their auntie, their uncle, and they done passed away 10, 15, 20 years ago. That's because DMT is getting released in their brain and God is going through everything that you've been through. So you cannot dodge the things that you have done, because you will be holding you accountable for that when this is all said and done. So keep going on and manipulating and lying to people. Okay. But that's another subject. Let's go down here to the bottom of this. You see this: debt slaves, birth, school, labor, taxes, debt, retirement. That's the majority of us. Okay. Then you got the government, the media, the education. That's the programming. Okay. That's world population control through the programming. Now you go up, you have corporations. A lot of these corporations are owned by the same families, but we think it's something different because it got a different logo and a different name. Okay. Now you can go a little higher. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I see the time, and we're definitely going to go over time today. But this is the structure that we are operating off of. And remember, I told you in another episode, everything goes back to the Queen of England. A lot of that shit ain't my Bible. Your words are designed to mislead the ignorant. Bro, I could quote it right from the Bible if you want to, good brother. If you notice, I haven't quoted any words from the Bible yet. But as I said in the beginning, a lot of people will be offended by this. And if you don't believe me, feel free to look it up. That's all. Feel free to look it up. I'm not telling you to go against what you believe. I'm just spreading the truth. And if you notice, this is exactly how they said Jesus was treated, right? Okay. Next pyramid, please. You see what's at the bottom there? People and sheeple. Next pyramid, please. This is the easier one for people to understand, okay? We work for all. We feed all. Those are the workers down at the bottom. Next up, who do you have? Those are the people that are part of sororities and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's what that next level is. Now you go up. You have the military, who are the enforcers, right? Then you go up and you have who? Look like people in the church, right? You ever notice the pastor dresses like a wizard? But I ain't going to dive too deep into that because I already ruffled some feathers. Next up, we rule you. That's your presidents, that's your king, that's your Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth. And at the top of it all is what? Capitalism. Can you take that picture down, please? Now, we all know that we are directly affected by the sun, the moon, the water, and the planets. Yes, they directly affect us all. And they teach us this through over-exaggerated television. Okay? When it's a full moon, especially a blood moon, people go crazy. But you ain't gonna see no werewolves. You're not gonna see nobody turn into no werewolf. That's an over-exaggeration, so you won't believe in that. You dig what I'm saying? But people go crazy on full moons and red moons. Okay? Can I get that next picture, please? These are the original meanings of the days, and some of them still remain the same. As Saturday is for Saturn, Sunday is the day of the sun, Moon Day is Monday, Tuesday is for Mars, Wednesday is for Mercury, Thursday is for Jupiter, Friday is for Venus. Why is this? Could you take that down, please? This is because different energies are created based on where we are in the universe. Okay? That's why Jesus' 12 disciples really is the zodiac. Okay? That's why you got 12 months in a year. But in the Bible, it said Jesus had 12 disciples because Jesus is the Son of God. The sun walks on water every day, yes? The sun walks on water every day, yes? The sun sees everyone every day, yes? With the exception of people that live in that place where it's dark 6 months a year. But other than that, the only person that doesn't get to see the sun is someone that's locked up in a dungeon or in hell, a messed up situation as in hell. You dig what I'm saying? Other than that, everyone sees the sun and we feed off of the sun. That's why we're a lot more active in the spring and the spring and summer months, because we need the sun. We need the sun. Okay? That's why they forgot 4 months when they tried to recreate the calendar. Because after October to March, most of us is in the house. Way back when, it wasn't nothing going on during the winter months. We was trying to stay warm. Oh, but when spring came, we had to schedule out what we were going to do from March to October. You get what I'm saying? Come on, man. I'm going to drop it on y'all. I'm trying to drop it on y'all nice. Now, remember that number 33, right? All of those pyramids are on the 33rd parallel on the planet, okay? Elohim is mentioned 33 times in Genesis. Yeah? Babylon, the place that they said is Babylon, is on the 33rd parallel. The Bermuda Triangle is on the 33rd parallel. Disney World has a Club 33. Disneyland is on the 33rd parallel. You think this is all coincidence? You think I'm making all this up? Don't believe me? Look it up. Okay? They know, we don't. Religion is rituals and chants. The only thing that matters is being a good person and ensuring the survival of your species. That's all that matters. Everything else is bullshit, man. Everything else is bullshit and fear-mongering. Okay? Next one, please. Oh, I'm sorry. On the 33rd parallel, guess what else is on the 33rd parallel? 2 Templar castles. Knights Templar is a part of Masonry. Freemasonry. They know, we don't know. They playing us, man. Can I get that next picture, please? Look at all these different versions of the cross. If you research every cross leads to Rome. All crosses lead to Rome. And when they were spreading Christianity around the globe with murder, one of these crosses was on a different branch of each army that they sent out. That's where that comes from. But what the cross actually represents is the right angle. You see, it's 4 90-degree angles right there. 90, 90, 90, 90 equals 360. Self-governing, body of self, arm, leg, arm, head. Shout out to all my Muslims. Could you take that down, please? We going. I hope y'all learning something. Pass that collection plate around, please. $ to make somewhere. Give the pastor something. Give the offering. Give the drummer some. Come on now. The game is to be sold, not told, and I'm just giving it to you. And some of y'all gonna wake up tomorrow and completely forget. Some people say, oh, I knew this, I know that. Why you ain't practicing it, nigga? Don't tell me you knew if you ain't practicing it. Some of you feel like you knew, but you don't remember knowing. You know why? Because this information is etched in our DNA. The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice, baby. We pass it down through our DNA. Come on, man. Can I get that next word up there, please? Pharmaceutic. This is the original meaning of pharmaceutic. Witchcraft or use, medicine, poison or medicine pertaining to the knowledge or art of pharmacy or to the art of preparing medicines. Can you take that down, please? Medicine is witchcraft. The cure is not where they make their money. What they say, the money ain't in the cure, the money is in the comeback. As long as we keep you needing this medication, you're gonna keep coming back, and your insurance company gonna keep spending that money, right? But the medicine is keeping you sick. The medicine is keeping you sick. Look at your skin. If your skin is doing bad, go get your brain checked out. Because the skin is made from the same thing that the brain is made out of. The fingernails is made from the same thing that hair is made out of. And guess what? Hair is antennas. That's why certain things make your hair stand up. Come on, man. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. That's how you can feel it in the air. Hey, Rage, hush. That's why they don't teach you all this, because if they taught you all this, you might figure some shit out. You understand? If they taught you this, you might figure some shit out. Okay? They made weed illegal because of how it calms us down and allows us to put our thoughts in order and execute. They would rather us be scramble mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's why if you go apply for a job, guess what? If you smoked crack yesterday, you're going to get the job. Because crack only stay in your system for a day. All you got to do is not smoke crack tomorrow, and you're going to be good. Can't do that with weed. Every other drug is out of your system in less than a week. Except for weed. Ain't nobody ever died from weed. You know somebody ever died from weed? I don't know nobody ever died from weed. But when they came here, we were smoking on that green tobacco, baby. We were smoking on that green tobacco, baby. Oh, yeah. Hey, Big Roll, this stuff I'm putting you out there, the only reason why they allow me to say it right now is because don't nobody know me. If I was known, they would kill me, bro. And I know this. And guess what? I don't give a fuck. This is my duty to my culture because I understand that I will live forever. Not like this, not in this form, but what I am will always exist. I don't got time for the people that believe Adam and Eve. I don't got time for people who believe that I got this Adam apple because Adam choked on an apple. Come on now. Men got his Adam's apple because Adam choked on an apple. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. Can I get that next picture up there, please? Because we was talking about pharmaceuticals. Y'all recognize these signs, right? Do y'all know what these signs represent? Other than medicine and witchcraft. Do y'all know what those signs represent? Somebody talk to me. I'm going to pull some more of this big exclusive wine while somebody try to answer me that. Oh, I'm going to tell you. And I know we over time, but that's all good. I'm going to tell you. See, that's what they want us to believe, Big Roll, because symbols give off sounds. And if you don't know what the symbol means, you don't know what it's doing, do you? So the staff represents your spine. The serpent represents your DNA. This right here is a representation of the next picture. Show me the next picture, please. No, not that. Not that. I ain't see your picture of DNA, of a strand of DNA. It's a blue joint. That right there, although it would be the other way around, showing it straight up and down, that is what those emblems represent. Now, let me tell you something else about DNA. There are 33 turns in one strand of DNA. You take it down for me, big exclusive. Go ahead, you can take it down, bro. 33 turns in one strand of DNA. Okay? So with that being said, they know. We don't. Let me get that next picture. No, the next one wasn't heathen. I think the next one is heathen, bro. Heathen. No? Okay, well, I'll just read it. Heathen. 1, a pagan, a Gentile, one who worships idols or is unacquainted with the true God. In the scriptures, the word seems to comprehend all nations except the Jews or Israelites, as they were all strangers to the true religion. The Jews and Israelites. Notice they didn't say Jewish. I'm a true Jew. Those people with the yarmulke on their head, they are Jewish. They're something like a Jew, but they're not true Jews. You get what I'm saying? They were all strangers to the true religion and all addicted to idolatry. The word may now be upheld perhaps to all nations except to Christians and Mohammedans. Okay? Now, do you have that Jeremiah 10? Do you have that scripture? I sent you a scripture, Jeremiah 10. There we go. Let's read this, people. Jeremiah 10, it says, hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good. Take that picture down. That sounds like how y'all celebrate Christmas, don't it? You heathen. That's because y'all let the pastor tell you what it means instead of using your own common sense to understand on your own. Now, I just told you the definition of a heathen, and then I just showed you what heathens do in the Bible. And most of you do it every Christmas, but you swear you're a good Christian, don't you? I'm going to read the heathen definition again. A pagan, a Gentile, one who worships idols or is unacquainted with the true God. In the scriptures, the word seems to comprehend all nations except the Jews or Israelites, black people, as they were all strangers to the true religion. Everybody else is strangers to the true religion. Black people. And all addicted to idolatry. Now black people are addicted to idols. You look at people as your gods. You get what I'm saying? Come on, you got to understand what certain words mean so you can translate it the proper way. Stop letting people tell you to turn to such and such, and understand this. Bro, they programming you, man. They programming you, man. Can I get that next picture up there, please? The picture, not the words yet. It's a picture of it's a bunch of faces. They all know. They all know. How many of y'all grandmas done gave 10% for 40 fucking years? How many of y'all still giving 10%? Pastor riding around in a nice car. Pastor got a mansion big enough for everybody in the church to live in, but it's just him, his wife, and his kids. Get a good look at these people. Notice they're not just white. They're not just black. They're not just Puerto Rican, Mexico, Mexican, whatever you want to call it. It's everybody, man, because they know. We don't know. Can you take that picture down, please? Because as long as we believe that racism is the big thing, and as long as we argue back and forth, man, woman, old, young, light skin, dark skin, as long as we keep doing all that, they can keep manipulating our mind and our energy to do what they want us to do. And we'll just sit there like, I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why that happened. Why aren't my prayers coming true? Because you're the only one that's praying for it. Don't nobody else want that for you? That's why. But you take it to church and everybody at the same time make the same chant. Oh, it happens then, right? It's all energy, people. It's all energy. Can I get the big picture of crazy? Because 2 pictures of crazy I sent you. The big picture, please. No, the next one. Okay. Now, this is the original. I'm sorry. This is the current meaning of crazy. Full of cracks or flaws, not mentally sound, marked by thought or action that lacks reason. Not used technically, impractical, a crazy plan, erratic, crazy drivers, being out of the ordinary, unusual, distracted with desire or excitement, absurdly fine, passionately. Take that down, please. That's currently what crazy means. Let me show you what crazy used to mean. Yeah, here we go. Broken, decrepit, weak, feeble, applied to the body or constitution or any structure as a crazy body, a crazy constitution, a crazy ship. Broken, weakened, or disordered in intellect, deranged, weakened, or shattered in mind. We say the man is crazy. Could you take that down, please? Now, that's the true definition of crazy. But with the new definition of crazy, you would think that I'm the one that's crazy, right? But with the original meaning of crazy, you realize who it is that really is crazy. Right? I hope y'all learned something today. I know we went a little bit over. If you got any questions, please send them to me. Right now is the time. Hey, man, don't discredit all the stuff I'm saying with that, man. Don't do that. And I ain't smoked today. How about that? I ain't even smoked today. How about that? What y'all got for me? No, you tell somebody, oh, he high or he on, automatically they don't take nothing I said seriously. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing false tonight. Somebody let me know that I got under their skin. All the rest of the people, I guess they signed off. You know what I mean? I wanted to address Miss Reynolds, but she dipped out on me. She said she had to go to work in the morning. Okay, but yeah, man, all of this is programming, man. It's programming. That's it. It's programming. So God is the son. Let me see. I don't know if you know, but women can create life without men. We are goddesses. The story of the Virgin Mary came from the fact that women didn't need men to give birth. No, that's false. Virgin meant she wasn't married. Mary had a whole, what is it called? Fiance when she conceived Jesus. But you got to think way back when. You wasn't supposed to be having sex until you was married. So nobody wanted to admit to Mary having sex, not even Mary. Who is the true God? I missed that. You said you would tell us. The true God is within us all. God is energy. It's not a person. It's energy. It's positive and negative vibration. You have a piece of it in you. You dig what I'm saying? If you was to pass out in the supermarket, God forbid, but if you was to pass out somewhere, what do? They jolt you with electricity. Doof, energy. Doof. You get what I'm saying? This is all energy. This is all frequency. And you can look this up. When people die, they can see the energy exit through their feet. Okay? Look it up. Look it up. Don't even take my word for it. My mouth ain't no prayer book. I don't want you to just listen to my word and take it as such. Please look up what I'm telling you. Please. Okay? You are energy. You reside in your pineal gland, which is dead smack in the middle of your brain. And that's why they try to calcify your pineal gland. Good shit, Angry OG. I appreciate you being with it, man. I mean, the people that aren't with it, they shut it off because I didn't make none of this up. All I did was went and found what they hiding from niggas in the book because most of y'all ain't gonna go look for it. You know what I'm saying? But as it said in the Bible, Jesus went throughout the land spreading the gospel, and nobody believed him. He was in the slums. He was in the hood. Nobody believed him except for who? His 12 disciples. And then it said the women that followed along, what did they do? Took care of Jesus and his 12 disciples while he spoke the gospel. Yeah, hide it in the book if you don't want it to be found by niggers. By niggers. Because at the end of the day, it's not a black and a white thing, man. It's a good and an evil thing. You're either good or you're evil, or you don't know. Hey, Tiff, hey, that's what I'm trying to tell him. Look, please don't take my word. Please don't take my word. That's why at the beginning of the show, I said this is for entertainment purposes only. And somebody got offended, like, this ain't in my Bible. I didn't say it was in your Bible. At that time, I hadn't read a scripture from the Bible. I chose different stories and different topics, and I told you where it came from. A lot of us are using words in a language that we don't know the true meaning of. And once you learn to spell, you create your sentence that you have to live. Oh, listen, man. I had a whole bunch of questions when I was in the church, man. I got popped in my mouth. I got told, you're not supposed to ask God that. You ain't supposed to say nothing like that. And now I am the black sheep. Because when I'm talking to true Christians, the fact that I know the word too, they can't get away with all that fantasy stuff, man. They can't get away with all the fantasy because I know what they know. They don't know what I know. You know what I'm saying? It's similar to a child. When you tell a child, I've been your age before. You never been my age. Jehovah's Witness used to knock on my door all the time. Now they must got me on a do not disturb list. They skipped my house. Had Jehovah's Witness come knock on my door one day, and I said, I'm open to the conversation as long as you're open to mine. And they couldn't wait to leave me. It's all a fairy tale. See, all those books are guidance. It's books to guide you. Was spiritual and told us question everything while my dad was baptized. I secretly think my mom practiced magic. You practice magic, Lisa. You just don't dig it. Because I said in one of my previous episodes, magic is controlling and redirecting energy. A big exclusive. It's almost time for what we talked about. So being as though magic is to control and redirect energy, I'm going to use some magic on y'all right now. Because Big Roll has said something earlier about putting me in a top secret place. Guess what, Big Roll? They ain't going to have to. You know why? Because I'm going to do it for them.